Alright, so let's sort out this mess. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut as little as I can, meaning that whatever is kind of damaged, I will eliminate. I'm thinking going here, pretty much just straight lines, you make it easier for putting this thing together again. I'm just gonna go like here and here, somewhere, here up, and that's it. Then I'm gonna use this scrap piece as a kind of a template to know how much to cut from the other Sierra. So let's go and just cut away this crashed piece here. No mercy. What's up, fellas? Welcome to the garage. Well, we're carrying on with our tunnel funnel replacement here. So what we did is we've actually cut away this piece from this car that was severely damaged by by bashing it with a hammer. Unfortunately, you know, stuff happens. And essentially what I did is I just cut away this damaged part, and I will use it as a template here on this pristine, untouched Sierra, let's say, to know how much to cut away from this nice piece I'll be using on that car. So let me just grab a sharp edge, and I will mark around here and then cut this part away as well. Then we'll proceed fitting it onto that car. Of course, I will cut this part a little bit bigger and then trim it exactly to size to suit in there. Perfect. Well, not really. Not yet. We have to cut it a little more around on the edges and really slowly but surely make this fit. I'll be using this hole here as a reference point. I will cut this right up to the edge of this hole here, and this one as well. So this will be the starting point, and then we'll go around and see where our little patch hits the chassis. Alright, so check this out. I got this here nice and flat on this line here. A bit more gap than perfect here, but totally acceptable. No biggie. So now I'm going to just clamp this in place like so and go from the inside and just scribe around so I can get that perfect edge around there. Then we'll just go ahead and trim this part and it should fit like a glove. Alright, so we just mark this all around and around. Alright, so let's see where we're at. Holding tight already. See, I put a little spot weld here just to keep that really pushed against this wall here. Alright, so there's our little cutting line. So yeah, let's just cut this away and see what happens. Okay, let's try that again. Let me put the grips on. Okay, looking pretty good. Up here, around here also. And we will have to trim it a little bit down here. But other than that, pretty promising. Let's trim it a little more and then come back again. Alright, we got very, very close. Check this out. Now look at that. We will be able to slightly manipulate it as well, because this still is, you know, quite thin sheet metal. But already we are very, very close here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean off these edges and pretty much just weld it in. Also, we'll have to remove all this stuff here. This is kind of a insulation. I think it's made out of tar or something. So yeah, we'll just remove this as well. Also here on this side, because I really don't feel like breathing in those fumes and burning stuff. Also, I don't want to start a fire again, of course. Okay, let's clean this up. All right. There we are, all cleaned up, and we are sitting just perfectly, or good enough for that matter. Let's get to welding then. Right now, check this out. It's like they were meant to be together, just like original, huh? Well, technically it is original, you know, it is from a Sierra, so... But anyways, this patch here is a great success, if you ask me. I still have to grind the welds from the inside. I can show you how that looks quickly. That's it from the inside. Quite good penetration all over the place, so I'm very happy with that. This poor thing I will put a little aside, at least for now. I will actually use it to store the parts, at least until I start putting together the interior on the Sapphire here. But anyways, we've been very successful by getting the welding out of the way. At this point, all I have to do is finish off this front cross member here, which is bent obviously, and then I got the rear arches to sort out, and that's all that's left right now. But anyways, that's it for today. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe for more to keep up with the Sierra project and the other project we have here, and I'll see you in the next one. Be good!